All right, guys, we made it. We made it through another season of fantasy football. Well, most of us made it, anyways. 15 of us. Can't say the same for Emilio, who did not make it, who will not be playing again next year, and is banned for one full season from FFL347 for his last place finish. Good news is Emilio is the ban only affects fantasy football. You can still partake in the main event, the March Madness Championship, and of course, actually, not of course, you guys don't even know about this yet. The soon to be announced college football bowl game pick'em pool. So let's go over some good things and some bad things that happened this year. Let's go maybe division by division, maybe team by team, quick rundown or overview. The March Madness Champions division was by far the worst division in the entire league, which a little surprising because three of us have won the March Madness championship before, so we all know what that tastes like. That the championship taste of winning a FFL 347 La Liga pool. Emilio went 4-8. I went 4-8. Nick went 6-7, and Trevor went 6-7. Not a single winning record in the entire division. The entire division collectively won 20 games. Pathetic. We got beat by the rookies division, which is a division of a bunch of new guys. Dustin Fortune, Ryan Glazier, and Jason Adeliant, three new players. By the way, I think we finally figured out what VIP Badge of Vikings mean. Maybe. Jason might have given us a little taste. Maybe he's just teasing us. Maybe he's trolling us what that means. But when he clinched the division a couple days ago, he said something about the Vagina Vikings in the VIP room. So that gives us a little more insight about what his team name means, but we still really don't know. We may never know. This entire division won 27 games collectively, so way better than the March Madness Champions division. The Gamblers division was the best division in the entire league, 29 wins collectively, led by defending March Madness champion, defending hockey playoff pool champion, first place finisher in the league, Jose Moreno. And the Pro Bowlers division was the third best division or second worst division, however you want to say it. Um, I thought these guys were going to be the best. um, Turns out they weren't. But who knows? Maybe they did put two teams in the playoffs, so who knows? They might take it down. Joe DeMont, Lucas Matson playing all the way from India. He's on an entirely different time zone, entirely different continent than we are on, and he still finished with a better record than most of you without even being able to watch games or listen to regular fantasy football news as normally as the rest of us. Michelle Hunger and Jameson Jones stunk up the joint. That was a quick rundown of how the divisions performed collectively. Now let's take a look at some individual performances. In the March Madness Champions division, only Trevor Kelly, he was the only team to even get a win in the last 3 weeks of the regular season. I finished the season with 5 straight losses. Emilio finished the season with 4 straight losses. Nick Quintana finished the season with 3 straight losses. I was actually tied for first place in the division 5 weeks ago. I was 4-4. Thought I was going to win the division. Had a great team, outscoring everyone else as far as total points. I was going to win tiebreakers, and lo and behold, I lose 5 straight. And I finished with the tied for the worst record in the entire league, 4-9. So it went from 4-4 to 4-9. Emilio Diaz lost his last 4, not helping his cause. So he was 4-5. He was in the thick of things, lost 4 in a row, finishes in last place, ends up getting banned. Nick Quintana, who had a stranglehold on the division, loses out. So literally, this division was up for grabs. If me or Emilio could have just won a couple games, we could have won the division. And now I'm out and he's banned. Nick just tried to give it away, and no one could take it. Trevor tried, but he sucked so bad that when he did catch Nick, he still couldn't win the division because he doesn't have enough points. So Nick is going to the playoffs with a 6-7 record. He is Uh, Similar to what's going to happen in the NFC East in real life, where we're going to have a losing team make the playoffs. In the rookies division, Ryan Glazier was actually the top scoring team in the entire league, but he lost some close games early on. His record just isn't what it should have been with his points scored. Unfortunately, a bit of bad luck goes into play there. Obviously, um, he was the best team in his division, but he did not win his division. Jason Alliant did. I actually myself, who finished title with the for the worst record in the entire league, I outscored every single person in the rookies division, which was a good division, including Jason Edeliant, who went 9-4. Jason Edeliant has a 9-4 record. That's an incredible record, even though he only scored 1,131 points. That's that's probably in the lower half of total points scored in the entire league. He's probably seventh or eighth in the league in total points scored, but he went 9-4, good enough for the number 2 seed. So a lot of luck goes into play for that. So it's kind of like fantasy football. I compare it kind of to poker, where there's a lot of luck involved, but obviously it's still mostly skill. Probably I'd say fantasy football, poker, 75% skill, 25% luck. I'd like to see or hear what you guys think about those numbers. If you would put those numbers any different, but definitely variance was Jason's friend this year because his shitty team, the VIP Vag Vikings or the VIP Vagina Vikings, or the VAG Vikings in the VIP room, uh, are 9-4, and he'll be going to the playoffs as the number 2 seed. Unbelievable. Looks like in the Gamblers division, Jose obviously outscored everyone, top scoring team in the entire league. Oh, by the way, before I go any further, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Dustin Fortune, who was in the rookies division, for not finishing in last place. Same goes for Jacob Morrow and Michelle Hunger. All three of you guys were just horrible the whole season, but you all kind of turned it on towards the end and didn't get banned. So nice job, guys. Back to the Gamblers division. Like I just mentioned, Jacob finished the season on a little run. Didn't get banned. Jose clinched that division like 6 weeks ago. Omar Vare, one of the past champions, is looking to become the first two-time champion of this pool because he is taking home the second wild card. And Jose Moreno, of course, will be the number 1 seed. In the Pro Bowlers division, the wrongly named Pro Bowlers division, we had a do-or-die matchup in the last game of the season between Joe and Lucas, and Joe pulled off that win. So Joe wins the division, but Lucas did well enough over there in India where he was able to still slide into the number 1 wildcard spot. So he will be the number 5 seed. Michelle Hunger actually finished the season on a 6-game win streak. So this guy was 0-7 at one point, and he finished 6-7. That's pretty good. That would have been tied for first place in our division. So a little bit of bad luck that Michelle was put in that division. Jameson, tough luck, man. Your team wasn't that bad. You're probably 8th or 9th in the league in points scored, but you are by far number 1 in most points allowed. So you pretty much had everyone's had their best week against you the week they played you. Essentially, you had 200 points more scored against you than most other people did. I finished second, so that's how I'm one of the top scorers in the league and still finished with the worst record because I had the second most points scored against me. And Jameson even had 100 more points scored against him than I did. So we're kind of the two at the most. He had way more than I did. I had way more than everyone else besides Jameson. So obviously, bad luck there. Bad luck to me, or karma, whatever you want to call it, because I'm the one who makes the schedule. And I pick myself and give myself the easiest possible matchup each week. I don't do it to a point where it's obvious or anyone's going to call me out on it. But if I'm making the schedule and I get to play someone in my division this week, I'm going to play the easiest person. And every single time I give myself the easiest matchup, I always lose. So that is definitely some fantasy football karma there. Probably going to stop doing that since it's not even working anyways. Jameson also helped his cause by not getting banned by actually winning the last 3 games of the regular season. Joe DeMont, who started the season like 6 or 7-0, almost pissed away the division, uh, losing most of his second half of the season games, but he was able to hang on and win the division. All right, so playoffs. Playoffs are 1 week this year. There were 2 weeks last year, so plan according. It's 1 week matchups this year. The top two teams get a bye. So Jose Moreno is the number 1 seed. You get a bye. You're not going to play this week. And Jason Alliant, your team's not that good, but your record is. Vipvag Vikings. You also get a bye, so you're not going to play this week. The 3-6 will play. I'm sorry, the 3 seed will play the 6 seed. So Joe DeMont won the 3 seed. He will play the 6 seed, which is the number 2 wild card. So he'll get a rematch against someone he played earlier in the year, Omar Vare. The 4 seed will play the 5 seed. So Nick Quintana, who's by far the worst of all the 6 teams that made the playoffs, he gets the 4 seed because we see division winners first. So he'll be hosting a matchup against the number 5 seed, the number 1 wild card, Lucas Matson. And you probably noticed I said the word hosting. How is it hosting? Is there a really home field advantage? Yes. In the playoffs, there is. The home team gets 5 free points. They start up 5-0. So a little bit of an advantage there for earning a better seed. So those are our matchups. They're 1 week. If you win, you advance. There is no reseeding in the second round. So the winner of the of the 3-6 game will play the number 2 seed Jason, and the winner of the 4-5 game will play the number 1 seed Jose. So there was no reseeding in the second round. And each round, the better seed gets 5 additional points. So that is it. Congrats to everyone who didn't get banned. Dustin Fortune, we need you to pay up, or you will also get banned. So make sure you pay up soon before I have to make payouts at the end of the year. And Emilio, thanks for playing, man. We're gonna miss you. If I really wanted to, the last week of the season, I could have played against you and just benched all my players, let you beat me. I could have had Jacob play against Dustin Fortune, because no matter what, one of them would have lost, and you would have been tied, or I would have been tied with whoever lost for the worst record, but I would have beat either one of them by over 200 points for the tiebreaker. So one of them would have been guaranteed getting banned, unless, of course, they tied, which highly unlikely. So if I really wanted to, I could have saved both you and I, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted you to earn it fair and square, since you are a 2-time champion of La Liga pools, including the 2 main events. You won the March Madness pool in 2014, as well as the Fantasy Football League in 2014. You pulled off what will forever be known as the Emilio Slam, the same slam that Jose Moreno is going for this year. He, of course, won the March Madness pool a few months ago, actually like 7 months ago, and 8 months ago. Wow, it's gone by fast. And he's going to be the number 1 seed, looking to pull off the Emilio Slam in the Fantasy Football League. So we'll see what happens. Good luck this week. And don't forget to sign up for the college football playoff pick'em pool. Okay, prediction time. Here are my playoff predictions. First matchup, the 3 seed versus the 6 seed. Joe DeMont versus Omar Vare. That's a toss-up. I actually don't know who's going to win. So bear with me. Hang tight. Next matchup, the 4-5 matchup. Nick Quintana hosting Lucas Matson. Easy. Lucas wins this one. He pulls the upset over Nick. Nick's team sucks, shouldn't even be in the playoffs. Played in a bad division and was fortunate enough to win a playoff spot. But Nicky will not be advancing. Sorry. Lucas will be. So Lucas is moving on to the next round. In the second round, the 5 seed Lucas will be playing against Jose Moreno. Jose just has too much going for him right now. I don't see him losing in his first playoff game, so I have Jose advancing to the championship game. In the second matchup, whoever wins the 3-6 matchup in the first round, who I couldn't decide on, Omar or Joe DeMont, whoever wins that will also win his second matchup against the Vipvag Vikings of Jason Alliant. Jason has an okay team. Definitely shouldn't be the 2 seed. And I see Joe or Omar upsetting him. So the winner of Joe DeMont and Omar will go to the championship to face off against Jose Moreno. And I predict that whoever wins that between Joe DeMont and Omar will also upset Jose Moreno. So look for whoever wins this week 1 matchup between Joe DeMont and Omar Ray to pull off 2 consecutive upsets in the next 2 rounds and win the entire championship and stop Jose from winning the Emilio Slam and also the Jose Slam, which would be winning 3 La Liga championships in 1 year. So keep your eyes peeled for my predictions, and we'll see you guys later.